A man in New York is saying that he was scammed by a fortune teller out of nearly $700,000. Wow.
Okay.
Now, okay, so according to this was posted in the AP in the Associated Press, a New York man who sought help from a fortune teller to fix a romantic relationship says that this fortune teller ended up scamming him out of more than $700,000. Now, these allegations are against a Manhattan psychic named Priscilla Delmaro and another person, and they're being charged with grand larceny. And see that's why I'm a little bit mixed on this story. But let's go through like some of the details on there. Now, according to this article, an unnamed 32-year-old Brooklyn man told the police that he consulted this psychic in August 2013, who told him, this guy was after a woman. It's the classic, boy meets girl, girl doesn't want to be with boy, boy goes to psychic and blows almost $1 million. That sale.
Yeah, just another weekend.
Just another weekend. Now, this psychic told this man that evil spirits, yes, it was evil spirits that were keeping them apart, and that they were twin souls or twin flames that were destined to be together. Now, according to a bigger article in the New York Times, that was the relationship was, I guess, a little bit more convoluted. So he had wanted to be with her. She didn't want to be with him. And consulting the psychic on how to try to get together with this girl, said, well, you need to get me a whole bunch of things. And you need to spend a whole bunch of money in order to get this girl, to get these evil spirits away. So in a statement, he and a private investigator presented to detectives last month, the man said that the 26-year-old psychic told him that he and the woman were twin flames, as I said, being kept apart by negativity. And Delmaro, the psychic, had told him, look, spirits talk to me, and don't worry. The spirits know what to do. They know how to combat that negativity. So according to the man, these different payments over 20 months, she got paid over 20 months. Some of these payments included $80,000 for a 80-mile bridge. Wait a minute. She literally sold him a bridge, but not a real bridge. It is a golden bridge in the spirit world, where I guess this bridge would lead to some sort of spirit trap, so that then they could be. It's really whacked out stuff, right? $80,000 for that bridge that would trap evil spirits in another realm. A $30,000 Rolex that would cleanse him of his past sins. A $40,000 Tiffany diamond ring to, quote, protect his energy.
And she got to keep it, right? It's like, me wearing this ring and wearing this watch has saved you.
It will protect you. Oh, to be fair, she did say, well, no, it's only temporary until you get together with her. Then you can have it back.
The evil spirits will go away if I get a new hairstyle. I can feel it.
Now, exactly. Now, there's a little bit of tragedy in this story as well.
Just
Now,
a little bit.
A little bit. No, it gets worse. So this man chasing after this woman for, months and spending an ungodly amount of money. It got to the point where he was trading in his car, borrowing money from friends, emptying out his bank account for her.
This guy might need some better friends.
Yeah.
I mean, what did they not like? I mean, it's cool they gave him money, but they were like, "What do you need this for?" Oh, I got this project, and no one was like, dude."
Yeah.
Like nobody. It took how $700,000.
Yeah. I know, right? Or maybe he just needs to make better judgment, and not believe in people that say that they can talk to spirits. Chances are, if somebody says that spirits talk to them or that God talks to them, they're probably crazy.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to screw you.
Yeah, they probably have an alternative agenda, like getting a bunch of free jewelry from you or invading Iraq for no reason.
Great points. Now, as I said, we get to the tragedy portion of it. the part that kind of makes me feel really bad for this guy. Now, this woman that he was chasing after was named Michelle. Well, he found out that Michelle had died in February 2014. Now, she had died. However, this psychic, upon hearing that news, said, "Oh, don't worry. If you keep paying me, we can get her reincarnated." Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
And did he still go along with it after that?
Absolutely, he did.
Oh, wow.
More payments and a trip to seek out this new Michelle, whom this Delmaro said, she's in California. Go find her. She's reincarnated in a 31-year-old body, which actually, this supposed new Michelle was actually in a 24-year-old body and not at all like the Michelle, because he actually went out there to try to meet her.
Wow.
By then, he was, by the time that didn't work out and he had met this quote-unquote new Michelle, right, that turned out to obviously not be real because this is all bullcrap.
She was 24 because it was like the psychic's friend. You said the psychic's 26. So the psychic called up a friend and was like, dude, I got this. You got to play along with this. I'll split some of the goods.
No, I actually did not say that she was 26. I don't know.
I thought you said the psychic was 26.
Nope, I don't think I've said that.
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
actually, you know what? You're right.
Okay.
26-year-old.
All right. Yeah, you did say that.
I stand corrected. All right. So by that time that he found out that new Michelle was not whom she said she'd be, he was at about $713. Now, this man had said he finally got it when it's like, you know, that Delmaro, she's not exactly who I thought she who she presented herself to be. No kidding. No kidding. As I said, anybody who says that they talk to spirits is either gonna screw you or is a lunatic. That's crazy. Of course she wasn't who she claimed to be. Psychics don't exist. It's ridiculous, and it's amazing how adults can fall for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, I think that, you know, and I'm kind of like, you know, you're by the book skeptic. I don't, you know, like his pseudoscience, you can't prove it or disprove it, right?
Sure.
But those types of entities, you know, some people, it's just something they do for fun and because it's mystery, whatever, and that's fine. Other people, you know, they're very desperate. And out of their desperation, they allow themselves to be taken advantage of. And, you know, that's what's going on here. That's why people fall for online scams and online romance scams and psychics and, you know, all of that stuff. It's desperation that people prey on.
And that's why I feel sorry for him. But then there's a part of me that says, yeah, but you went along with it. You believed in bullcrap. I know, like, yes, you were desperate, but you spend all this money and, you know, just to find out something that any rational person could have told you beforehand. Hey, you know, psychics, they're not real. You're literally wasting your money. And I don't know if you should get it back. And I certainly don't know that. Look, Delmaro and her 27-year-old partner Bobby Evans were arrested for this earlier, and as I said, they're facing charges of grand larceny, but he willingly paid that money.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to think about, because it's like, how could they disprove that she...
Right.
Like, how could they disprove that she didn't, quote, provide those services? Mm-hmm. And I'm using quotes here because, yeah, I do think it's bogus, but... You know, it's not like she is a psychic. That's how she bills herself. Mm-hmm. So how would they be able to determine you did not provide the mental bridge or whatever, like whatever you said,
that golden bridge,
right? The golden world. Metaphorical, like, spiritual bridge. How could they prove or disprove that she did or didn't do that? You know, I mean, unless she was promising him the relationship. Which, I mean, I don't know, was she guaranteeing it, or was she just saying, this is her, she's in California.
Yeah, this is her. She's in California. Go get her, is what she allegedly said. Go find her.
As crazy as all this is, I don't see how they could disprove that she didn't do what she claimed she did. You know? I mean, it's nuts, but how can you disprove it? How do you know that she didn't do whatever exercise she does to build this supposed spiritual bridge, and then the spiritual bridge reincarnated? How do they... She didn't. Maybe she must have attempted that in her mind, or at least like they can't disprove that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
I
they can't disprove.
Look, I think this Delmaro is a horrible person.
I do too.
Preying on people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do I think that she should be in jail for grand larceny? No. I mean, okay. So my mind is open. I'm not exactly on one side or the other yet. Right, you'd have to make a good argument to swing me in the other way, which you certainly could. But she did take advantage of him. But then again, if you want to arrest every snake oil salesman that tries to sell you things, to sell you bull crap, well, you'd have to arrest a lot of people, a ton of people. You'd have to arrest Mike Huckabee for selling bogus cancer cures.
Yeah, a bunch of people at Goldman Sachs, a bunch of folks on Wall Street. There'd be a ton of arrests you'd be making. A bunch of bankers.
So
yeah.
You know, where's the line? Where's that standard? You know?
No, it's an interesting moral dilemma because I mean, you know, to the general person, it seems so obvious, like a con, like a straight up con artist. But yet, I don't know if you'd be able to prove that. I think you would have to prove intent too. Like in my thing, and of course, I don't actually know if the 24-year-old was her friend. I was just like joking around there. They would have to, if that was the case, though, then they might have something to go on where it's like, oh, okay, they had this other person that was in on it, that was playing this game or whatever. Then they could prove something. They could prove some intent. But if they couldn't prove intent, like she deliberately tried to, you know, like milk this guy, it doesn't seem like they can do anything about it. And personal responsibility is into play here, and this guy needs to grow up a little bit. I'm sorry.
Well, I think this situation will probably provide him some sort of, like, oh man, you know what? Turns out that was crap.
Yeah.
Now, at $700,000 later, that is.
Can't put a price on life lessons, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you can.
They're priceless.
No, apparently they cost about $700,000 in things
I hope most of mine are less than that.
Well, and then again, you know, if you don't learn your lesson on something as major as this, then maybe someone out there has an 80-mile, $800,000 or $80,000 bridge to sell you.
Yeah, and maybe it's not a big surprise why you might be single. And look, come on, man. There's other fish in the sea. He could have had a very healthy Match.com profile for that amount of money.
Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, I do feel bad for him because she did die of an apparent alleged drug overdose as well. So
it's a sad story. It's a sad story, but you know you have to kind of manage it and manage your grief and not kind of seek to that level of desperation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Man. So I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I'm gonna leave it to the comments here. What do you guys think? Is this grand larceny charge appropriate? Do you think that, or do you think it's not appropriate? You know, like, what are your thoughts?
Where do you think they'll get with it? Because I mean, I don't even know.
Would you want her to refund all that money to him? Because that might be an acceptable alternative instead of criminal charges. Just refund the money.
Yeah,
that might be an alternative. I don't know.
But then I mean, you open this like Pandora's box, or like, well, then is it whenever she does a reading? Is that if you don't hear what you want to hear, do you get a you know what I mean?
That's true.
It's a weird case.
It is. It really is. That's why I'm not sure where to fall on.